another video here on Sam's Crafty Castle, and today I just have a quick product review video for you. I know January videos are kind of weird because I was out of town for for a weekend of the month, and I don't have the ability to schedule videos on YouTube, so when I'm out of town they just have to not go up. Speaking of which, I do have another trip coming up in March, and I'll actually miss 2 weeks for that, just heads up, and I'll of course say it again when I come back from my trip, or get ready to leave for my trip, not come back from it. Alright, so today I just have a quick product review video. A couple months ago on Black Friday, some of you may have remembered this from a haul video, I picked up the Cuttlebug Magnetic Platform. I've had time now to play with it and test it out, and feel like I can give you an honest answer about how I feel about it. So let's get started. So I am actually in the middle of a project, and the timing kind of worked out because there's stuff I need to die cut for it. So I thought I'd cut out some of this stuff for this project I'm working on as part of this video. So it basically works the same way. You guys have probably seen these for other machines. It's just meant to be a magnet that holds your die down. Let me grab one. So it just sticks to it. Where's the camera? I can shake it. I moved the camera a little bit, so I'm not sure where it is. Shake it and it won't come off. And both sides are, in fact, magnetic. So it works a little differently when it comes to cutting dies. There's Cuttlebug sandwich is going to be a little different. Let me get all my stuff over here. So like always though, you're still going to start with your A plate, just like normal. And then you're going to put your B plate down. So now, I know I haven't really talked about this before, but for my Cuttlebug I have a kind of nice B plate that's actually accidentally been used for cutting a couple times, but it's meant to be my nicer one. And then I have this one, which has been cut and loved to death. Like, I really need to think about getting another set of these, and I just have been very lazy and not done it. So let's do this. So usually when I cut, and I didn't bring all my stuff into my studio with me, so I don't have all of it to show you, but usually when I'd cut, it'd be my A plate, my funky B plate, the die, the paper of the die with the blade side down, and then my C plate on top, so that I would be able to line up everything and all that jazz. This is where I struggle with the magnetic plate, and it didn't show up on camera, and I don't know if it will if I get close. Oh, it does just a little bit. I have cut into this magnetic plate before because my brain is still learning to not cut into the magnetic plate because of the way the sandwich has to work for that to happen. And I've tried a few different things with like trying to build the sandwich backwards, but then the magnetic plate doesn't serve a purpose because it still moves the die a little bit. And honestly, for the things I'm cutting today, if the die moved, it wouldn't be the end of the world, to an extent. And I just realized I brought a die I can't even use with me. That was silly. Anyway, yeah, so let's get started. I'm just going to cut 2 shapes since I realized I can't cut the third one. And I'll show you a little bit of how it works. So you're going to have your your B plate, whether it's your gross one or not, I don't know. You're going to take your die, no, let me think about this. You're going to do your magnet plate. Like so. And then you're going to take your die and do it face up. And that's what weirds me out. I don't like cutting with the thing face up because I don't know, I don't like it. And then you're going to take your paper, and now that I'm thinking about this, I kind of wish I'd picked yellow instead of orange for this project, but I think I like the orange too. And slide it on there. And then put your other B plate on top. And then run it through your Cutttlebug as normal. So you can see it's really easy to use. And it is. It's just a matter for me of having to retrain my brain to do everything backwards from how I would normally do it. The one thing I also like about the magnetic plate is my Cuttlebug's starting to get kind of old, so the pressure inside of it is not as good as it used to be. And the magnetic plate really makes the sandwich thicker, so it really gets it and cuts it out really well. So sometimes I do use the magnetic plate just for that reason, and that's why sometimes you see that it's been cut through, because I'm not paying attention. I'm sort of cheating and using it as a shim. There was also a little experiment on my part, since I bought this at Joann's with a coupon, that can I cut into it? Will it kill it? Because like I said, this is very backwards die cutting for me. And I'm going to do one more so you guys can see it. Again, it's very backwards die cutting for me, and well, I don't often reach for my magnetic plate because of that. It's still really handy, because I did buy it to work with a certain die, and even though I don't have the stuff here to die cut it, I do have the die, so I can show you really quick what die that is, and I'll actually be doing another review on those dies in a couple weeks. I think in February I have it all set up. But so here's the square it cut. That was just the Nest Abilities die, and I'm not sure if that was the larger or the small squares though. So you'll have to forgive me on that one. So I'm just going to do this circle really quick. And then I'll show you the other die too after I cut out the circle. So it's the same thing. A plate. Actually no, I lied. I did this backwards last time. Nice B plate, which is, like I said, that's how it accidentally gets cut into sometimes. Magnet plate. Die face up, which will stick to the magnet. Paper. Nasty B plate. So things I don't like about this is I wish it did go the other way, so the paper was like in the sandwich. Because I want to hold the paper still as much as I want to hold the die still. I actually want to hold the paper still more than I want to hold the die still. And one thing I haven't tried yet, that I'm thinking of trying is, I know someone who has the Evolution Advanced from We Are Memory Keepers, and their magnet plate, you're supposed to do it upside down. I really don't like that machine because I don't like the plates are not see-through and I can't see into them. But one thing is too that you can flip the sandwich upside down, and I have not tried that yet, to like try building the sandwich backwards and cutting up and seeing if that makes a difference for me. I have not tried that yet, so fair warning on that one. If anyone has, you can leave a comment down below and let me know. Does it work for you? Or do you like to use this the way it was intended and I'm just crazy? Because that's also quite possible. And then here is the circle. So yeah, so end of story, summary moment. It's useful. I like it. I like it for this set of dies that I got recently. And I think I put them in a video that you'll have seen by this point. Is these fishtail banner dies I got from Sunny Studio. Well, actually, I bought them from Simon's Stamp, but they're made by Sunny Studio. And sometimes they're hard to line up, and I'll be doing another review try it video on these later on in February. You just kind of line it up and then it cuts into your paper to make the banner. So like, they're nice, I like them, and I bought this after I bought these so that I was like, oh, those would be so handy. But I still struggle with getting the paper lined up and everything, and I've already struggled with those a little bit, which is why I'm not doing the review on them until February, because I want to play with them a little bit more. But either way, I think this could be really helpful, especially if you want to kind of use it as another shim. It doesn't work so well for helping to line up your dies, but other people cut that way anyway with the die facing up, so in that case it may be a lot easier. I've decided I don't know if I really care about cutting into mine, because sometimes even if you don't put the blade down, just the pure pressure of it will push into this anyway and you still get lines. So I may just continue to cut into it from time to time, and I can always just get a new one, because it's about ease of use a little bit more for me. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you next week with another haul video, because January was so short because I missed a week. So I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.